Cartoon Obsession. Hello everybody, my name is Nathan, and I am the man with a cartoon obsession. This is going to be a discussion video as I take a look back at the programming block known as Jetix. Quick disclaimer, I'm really only going to be talking about the US version of Jetix since I've lived in the United States for my entire life. It's the only version of the block I'm familiar with. Anyway, Jetix was a programming block that ran on the also now defunct Toon Disney that started on February 14th, 2004 and ended on February 13th, 2009 when Toon Disney and Jetix merged to form Disney XD. Jetix also ran on ABC Family in the morning for a couple years, but I always watched it on Toon Disney. As a kid, I always compared Jetix to Toonami or Kids WB or any of those other blocks that were more centered on action-based cartoons or anime, sometimes with some live-action shows mixed in as well. I'll just get this out of the way right now. The only live-action show I watched on Jetix were the Power Rangers series. When I was a kid, I mostly watched cartoons and anime. Not much has changed. That's not to say that I never watched live-action shows, because that's not true. I just prefer watching animated shows, but I'm getting off topic. Anyway, out of all those blocks that existed throughout the 2000s, I don't think Jetix was the one I watched the least, but I only really cared about certain shows on the block. I already mentioned Power Rangers, but even that wasn't my favorite one to watch. My favorite show to watch on Jetix was definitely the Digimon series. They aired the first 5 seasons of Digimon on Jetix, and I watched the first 4, and I enjoyed all of the seasons I watched in full. Digimon was what I always looked forward to watching on Jetix when it came on at night. They also showed other anime on Jetix such as Beyblade, Astro Boy, Battle Beatamon, and if you count it as an anime, Puka. Puka was super underrated if you ask me. I rewatched a bit of it in recent years and I still enjoy it to this day. Puka was a Jetix original along with Dragon Booster, Get Ed, Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go, and Yin Yang Yo. The latter two I also watched quite a bit back in the day. As with just about all of these blocks, the original programs were few and far between all the other shows that were being broadcast. There were a couple others and the only other one I liked was Witch. That's a show I need to rewatch. It's been a while. Jetix also showed some slightly older action cartoons such as Dungeons & Dragons, Kong the Animated Series, and Gargoyles, as well as some from the more modern era like Chaotic, Static Shock, and Jackie Chan Adventures. They also aired Pinky and the Brain, even though it's not an action cartoon. Disney also had some of their own cartoons broadcast on Jetix like American Dragon Jake Long, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, and The Legend of Tarzan. The final category is superhero cartoons. Jetix aired plenty of these, such as Batman the Animated Series, Fantastic Four, The Tick, The Incredible Hulk, X-Men, and a few different Spider-Man cartoons. I'm sure I didn't mention every show that aired on the block, but that's okay. I didn't watch all of them anyway. They occasionally showed movies as well, but I only remember watching the Digimon movies. The thing that set Jetix apart from the rest of those action blocks were the lack of cool and creative bumpers. They had a mascot, but it didn't really do anything. I look back fondly at Kids WB and Toonami because of their mascot and their bumpers. It added a whole new dynamic to the block because in between commercials and the shows, it felt like the viewers were getting a little something extra. That aside though, like I said, I still watched Jetix pretty regularly. It was very enjoyable, and even though I mainly watched it for Digimon, I usually stayed tuned for a few of the other shows as well. And like I said, I want to rewatch shows like Witch, Puka, and Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. While Jetix wasn't my personal favorite kids action cartoon block, I'm not taking anything away from it. I think it was good, and I think it might have been able to continue being good if it lasted longer than 5 years. Jetix, a magic adventure to somewhere new. The world of Jetix belongs to you. Welcome to the world of Jetix. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out my social media links down in the description, as well as the link to audition for an outro on one of these videos, and of course, the official Cartoon Obsession Discord, all down in the description below. Let me know if you have any ideas for other programming blocks or any other topic in general you want me to talk about. Remember, it's not my channel, it's our channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Hi there! This is Guillemon from Digimon Tamers, and this is Cartoon Obsession. Takano, I did it! Now can you give me some Guillemon bread, please?